All right, welcome back. Not sideways this time. Another episode of GCC TV. Erica Fields here with the amazing Nikki Bronstorp. I help agents just like you create time and simplify your business and income as well. All right. So today I want to talk about Nikki's amazing achievement of $10 million, lining up $10 million in listing appointments. And she's already knocked down how many contracts?
5 this week.
5 contracts from those 10 million, and there's 7 total, right?
Yes.
All right, so not only did she line those up, but she's knocking them down as well. So amazing. Okay, so today, thank you so much for joining, guys. As you drop in, give us a like, say hello, let us know you're here. Sid, thank you so much for joining. So we are going to go into the details of exactly how Nikki accomplished this. She's going to give you some appointments, some ideas on how you can start setting appointments like crazy. And then at the end, yay, hi Jacob. What's up, Karen? Oh, thank you guys for joining. And then at the end, she's going to give you guys some action steps on how you can replicate this in your business. Because can they do it?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. All right. So let's dig in. First off, Nikki, thank you so much for carving time out of your day. I know you're super busy. So tell us a little bit about you. Give us the standard spiel. How long have you been an agent?
Okay, so I have only been an agent for less than 2 years. I come from a background, though, of commercial construction. I was a project manager and project engineer for commercial construction before that, but an agent less than 2 years.
Awesome. And where do you serve?
So I'm with Coldwell Banker Legacy on Paseo, and I love it there.
Where do you live?
Right here in this house.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
In Albuquerque.
In New Mexico, right? So referral partners, are you open for referrals?
Definitely.
Okay,
yes.
All right. And you guys know she's going to take care of them and get those contracts for you. So
and I also do Santa Fe as well. I'm with SPAR and GAR and commercial and residential. So
SPAR, GAR, commercial, residential. Got
yes.
it. All right, I love it. So first off, 10 million in listing appointments in 1 week. Amazing job. All right, congrats there. So who are these people? What type of leads are they or contacts were they?
So I've been doing something where I'm doing prospecting 5 days a week, at least an hour a day, hopefully an hour and a half. Jacob has been doing it too. I've been doing a lot of it with Jacob. And then a lot of it with Purple Elephants. And so I've been, just working really hard. A lot of them are for sale by owners. About half of them are for sale by owners. And then the other ones are referrals and literally door knocking. And then the ones from door knocking, referrals from their neighbors.
All right, so door knocking is not dead, right?
No, I love door knocking.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think I see a lot of stop door knocking. Door knocking doesn't work anymore. And you know what? I think that's a great message going around because then people like you can actually pick up on that, right? Less competition.
Mm-hmm. No, I love it.
I love it. Okay, so now we know what type of people they are. Tell me more about the follow-up that was required. So you had an initial conversation with them. Did you set the appointment at that conversation? Or, can you give us an average of what that follow-up looked like for you?
So it depends on the client. Generally speaking, most appointments are done, for sale by owners take a little bit longer, right? So some for sale by owners, I'll follow up, one of them I've been following up with for 6 months, and they just weren't quite ready. And they saw that it was me that was following up with them, consistently. It was their parents' house. They had passed away. And this is a $2 million house in Santa Fe. And I was the one consistently following up with them. So that was a 6-month follow-up. But you know, $2 million house in Santa Fe was worth following up for 6 months, right?
And just to interrupt you there, that follow-up, they weren't initially answering, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were making phone calls, I mean, nonstop until they finally answered. Do you know about how many calls it took before
that
they answered?
one, man, I would just put it in my CRM to follow up with them every time I sat down to do, and she would notice, oh, you're calling the Boylins again, you know. Every time I would call, I would just give them a quick call, and I would just leave a message, hi, it's me again, you know. And anytime I would send out notes, I would just send them a note, it's me again, because it takes 2 seconds to do it, you know, and eventually it'll pay off. Mm-hmm. And I would have that thought process in my head, I'm bothering them. But when it comes down to someone being ready to make a decision, you are going to be the person that they call. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't take long to do it. And I just had to get that out of my head that I'm bothering people. Because you're not bothering them. You are offering a very important service to someone when they are ready to pick someone. And if you are the last man standing that has been there consistently for them, you are going to be the person that they choose.
Yep. Yeah, remember the stat is even before they pick up, it takes 6 to 12 attempts. So if she just gave up within the first, I mean, even within the first 3 months, she wouldn't have gotten that listing. But I mean, it took work. And I mean, did it take work? Do you feel like you had to put in work?
No, I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it was almost in passing that you did these things, and now it resulted in a contract, right?
Right.
Love it. All right. So, would there be, do you think, on average, just to give our viewers an idea about how many conversations it takes on average for you to get an appointment?
For sale by owner, or for what type of?
Let's do FSBO first. Yeah, for sale by owner.
Some of them agree to an appointment on the very first one. Mm-hmm. I would say a lot of them agree to an appointment on the very first one. Mm-hmm. It depends on how the conversation goes. Mm-hmm. We've been doing a new strategy lately on how I approach them that I feel like most of them agree to an appointment on the very first conversation. So most of them do, but some of them take longer. Yep. You know, it depends on their goals. It depends on you know, what they're looking for. It depends on the person. Other types of clients, I would say 2 appointments. So it really depends.
Yeah, huge variety. All right, so the moral is don't give up, right? Don't count them out.
No, definitely.
Don't count them out. So what kinds of things do you do to follow up? I know a lot of reasons we forget to follow up, or we stop following up because we don't know what to say anymore. What are some ideas you can provide for anybody? It doesn't necessarily have to be a FSBO. What would be something that you send for follow-up? I love that you do the handwritten cards, by the way.
Right. So you guys can't see behind me, but right here I've got a stack of maybe 20 or 30 cards, handwritten cards.
Oh, there they are. Yep.
Can you see them up there?
Right.
So I've been writing tons of handwritten cards all the time. So when I do prospecting, I'll take all of the conversations that I had, even if it was a really brief conversation, even if they hung up on me and said, I don't want to talk to you, I will write them a handwritten card.
Awesome.
Because if, you know, a month down the line, they decide, you know what, I'm ready. And I was a person that they called, or that called them, they might, you know, remember that I sent them a card and call me. You never know. So I send everyone a card, because it's such a simple thing. Mm-hmm. And people love getting mail, and it's not something that a lot of people do. And Coldwell covers the cards and the postage, so I may as well. So I send out cards to everyone. And then you can do things like, if you get their email, you know, send out a random market analysis, you know, just in case you wanted to know your property is worth this much, blah, blah, blah. Send out green sheets, send out, you know, things that are going on in their area. You know, I don't know if you have plans this weekend, I just wanted to let you know, blah, 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 things like that. If it's going to be, you know, so recently I did a global luxury certification. So now I'm certified, you know, in luxury properties. And I'm really, really trying to up what I'm doing and do everything on a very nice level now. And so I've started, if it's going to be someone that has a lot of properties and they know a lot of people and it's going to be a huge referral source, I've been sending them flowers after my listing appointments. So 2 appointments lately that were over $1 million, I sent out flowers immediately. And actually before my appointment. So when I got there, the flowers were on the table.
That's so neat.
And yeah, it costs $100, but what's $100 in the grand scheme of things? So I'm really trying to bring my things to a whole nother level.
I just love that. Right, so really thinking outside of the box with the follow-up, right? There, I mean, the only bad follow-up would be not to follow up at all, right? Just keep following up because most people don't, and that's just the sad truth of it. All right, so moving on here, thank you for all of that, Nikki. So give us some mistakes in appointment setting, and even if you could think of yourself like from a year ago to now, what are some of those, let's say like top 3 mistakes, if you can think of 3 mistakes that people should avoid, particularly when setting appointments?
Not going into it having 2 certain times when you are asking for an appointment. So Erica has me look at my calendar and know 2 times before I even make the phone call. So you know, when you make a phone call, you should look at your calendar and say, you know, what time are you open to meeting, Thursday at 2 or Friday at 1? You know your exact 2 times that you're going to ask for before you even call. Don't say, so when would you like to meet? Because they'll say, I'm busy, I can't meet you. If you have 2 times, it makes it 1,000,000 times better. And I never knew that. And Erica really makes you do that before you even call. And then with appointment setting, I would say, you know, I was very concerned about, and I don't know if this is appointment setting exactly, but I used to be extremely concerned about trying to be what everyone wanted for each client. And I'm not at all really anymore. Like, I will match people's energies a little bit just to make conversations flow a little. But honestly, it's exhausting to try and be what you're not. And I've really learned that there's a niche for everyone, and I'm not concerned with trying to be everything to everyone anymore. I'm really not. Like, I used to call this to my dad and my sister. Growing up, I always wanted to be a woohoo girl. That's what I used to call it. Like, woo! You know what I mean? I'm not that, right? I'm kind of a stoic kind of person, professional. And if you want that, you want that. And if you don't, find someone else. Like, it's exhausting. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. And I've lost appointments over it because I wasn't excited enough about the house. Well, sorry.
I don't know what to tell you. I am excited.
I am. This is my excited face.
This is how I look when I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so that's 2. What's the 3rd mistake people should avoid?
With appointment setting?
Or even follow-up?
Not having a really good CRM and looking at it every day and using 1,000 pieces of paper. I have lost appointments because I don't know where I wrote the person's phone number because I literally couldn't find it. So make sure you get focused and organized.
Put it in CRM.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, great. That was awesome. 3 mistakes. So mistake number 1, just to summarize, was, I don't know. Number 2 was be yourself. I can't remember number 1. Who remembers number 1? What was it? Okay, moving on.
This is making my mind
We're
blank.
not summarizing. You guys rewind and figure it out. All right, so moving on. Action steps for people that are listening. So for anybody who's listening right now, which, hello, Jaime, hello, Seth, hello, Michael, what's up, Keith, what's up, Jacob, thank you all for joining. What's up, Melissa? I know you're there. Who else? Hello. Thank you so much for listening to Nikki's amazing words of wisdom. So, action steps. We have kind of jokingly adopted a saying that now we are actually just kind of using, and we've just been saying action blah, 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 right? Like nothing matters except for action. So Jacob and I were kind of joking around, and now, you know, Jacob has this saying, and I can't even remember what it is, but action, blah, blah, blah. Nothing is important as action, right? So action steps, what can we do, Nikki, to start setting appointments consistently and start ramping up for weeks like you've had? What are some things that someone could go out, schedule onto their calendar and do right now?
So what I would do is, I'm not very good with doing things on my own. Like, I need accountability partners. And so if I were you, I would go to your calendar right now, find 5-hour spots that are going to be for prospecting, okay? And then I would find someone who wants to prospect with you, 1 or 2 people, not more than that, because it gets too crazy. And then, and people that are on your level or above, don't go below you, okay? You need people that are like the same as you, and people that are gonna show up and be reliable. And then do it on Zoom or Google Meet. Google Meet is better because they give you an hour. Zoom is only 40 minutes. And then sit down with them and prospect together. And you can do it, if you do it on Google Meet instead of in person, then you can do it from wherever you are. And literally do like a circle prospecting session. You go, I go, you go, I go. And then if it's 3 people, like that. And you schedule in your calendars. It's a repetitive thing every single week, and you do it 5 days a week. And do it with different people. You know, I've got ones with Jacob, I've got ones with Purple Elephant, I've got ones with other people, because it's cool to do it with different people, and then you can kind of critique each other. Like, that was awesome, you could have done this differently. And call different people, do FSBOs, expireds, calls that you just don't want to make, you've been dreading it, and you're not going to do it on your own. So do it with people that are going to hold you accountable. Everyone should have a business coach. Get a business coach, because it just keeps you on track. Get your CRM, get your calendar, live by your calendar. Do all these things, because I'm not going to do it on my own. Like, I need people to keep me accountable, because, or else I just go like off track to like fire, and I have to slow down and get my stuff done, or all of a sudden my pipeline's empty and I'm like, whoa, what happened? So this is important. Get it done.
Yeah, you get busy, right? A lot of it is just because you get so busy and you forget to actually take a look at your business because you're so busy working in it, and then you look up and after all your closings and you're like, all right, who's next? No one's next.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. And SOI is super important. We all live by our SOI, but if you aren't good on the phone, and if you aren't good with being super uncomfortable, like, you need to be really good at being uncomfortable. I'm scared and uncomfortable every time I dial the phone, but it's good.
Yeah.
You should be scared and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, then the rest of the day is much easier, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's
get
much
it over
easier.
with.
Just get it over with, right? And the reason that we do this, the reason that we're outbound prospecting is because we have bigger goals than what just comes to us by just sitting back, right? Mm-hmm. So by doing that, by taking those actions, I mean, your business has doubled in half the time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Definitely. Like, I'm at like 7 million right now, and I've got another 10 million on my plate. And I mean, I'm trying to do 20 this year, and it's just me. I'm by myself. Like, people think I'm on a team. I'm not on a team. So right now it's all about getting my processes and my systems down so that I don't have a nervous breakdown. Like, I have to, you know?
Yes. Systematize to simplify.
Yeah.
Hashtag. All right. Cool. Okay. So, so those were amazing action steps. We talked about just good. Look at Jacob going crazy with the hearts.
Aww.
Thanks, Jacob.
Love you.
So with that being said, guys, just do it the best way. Honestly, I know you're probably tired of hearing this, but if you are tired of hearing this, then just freaking do it. Right? That's the best way to solve anything. Action is the best.
I can't read any of that. It's
Jacob.
too far away.
Go,
okay.
Nikki, go.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there were questions. If you have any questions, I didn't read any of them because I'm too far away.
Please, as we are wrapping up here, drop your questions, and I'm going to ask
Okay,
Nikki
I'm looking now. Do you have questions?
Our last question. You guys go ahead and drop them in the chat. I'm going to ask this last question here. So, Nikki, so you've been with me almost officially for a year now. You've been with Purple Elephant. And again, you've doubled your production. How has Purple Elephant, like, what are the things that have been most helpful that Purple Elephant has provided you?
So when I started Purple Elephant, I definitely had no systems. Stop it. I was working off of a paper calendar in like a leather-bound book, you know? And she was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I love my paper calendar and my leather-bound book. Oh wait, hold on, before it goes away. What are you sending in your handwritten cards? Just writing a note or sending a gift card? So right now, I'm just writing handwritten notes because most of them are just to people that I'm literally talking to. So it's just a handwritten note. And you know, it's funny. The handwritten notes, I'm outsourcing to my 12-year-old, and I pay her, I pay her per 20 for, do I pay her $20? Is that how much I'm paying her? Is that a lot or a little? Well, anyway, it's worth it to me. I pay her $20 to write 20 cards. Is that a lot?
I think that's $1 each.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's nice.
ROI,
I
feel like
you're
it's
a mom.
fine. And she needs money for going to the movies and stuff.
I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you can purchase my children pretty cheap if you
You
want.
can also
Can you do an example of your first call to a FSBO? That's a great idea. Okay, so yeah, so hire a teenager to write all your cards. That's what I would do. And so what I do is I give her an example card. She has an example one, because a lot of the FSBO cards are going to be the same, right? So it's like, I do my strategy call. So when I call a FSBO, I say, my mouth is getting dry from talking so much. When I call a FSBO, I say, hi, this is Nikki with Coldwell Banker. What the hell do I say?
I'm
now that
calling because
the reason for my call is because I specialize in for sale by owners and getting them the most amount of money for their home. What else do I say? Now that I'm in front of people, my brain is blanking.
We're offering you a free strategy session even if you don't hire me, so I can make sure this is a good fit for you.
Is your home still for sale? The thing is, we decided a while ago that when most people call for sale by owners, you bullshit them. You try and pretend like you care about the floor and I love what you did with the floor. I might have a buyer, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the floor. I don't have a buyer. So when I call, they say, do you have a buyer? And I say, no, I don't. But the reason for my call is because I specialize in for sale by owners. I want to help you. Your home hasn't sold, you know, I can help you sell it. If you meet with me, there's absolutely no obligation. I would just like to sit down with you to strategize about how to sell your house. I'm not bullshitting you. I don't have a buyer. And they appreciate that I'm being upfront. I'm not trying to trick them. I'm telling them exactly how it is. And it's been working really, really well because we're not bullshitting them. And they're so tired of the vultures calling and pretending to have buyers and just sneaking their way into the house and then like trying to attack them that it works really well. And so I put something really similar in the cards of, you know, I'm just offering you a free strategy session because what I do is help for sale by owners. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just super clear and upfront. Mm-hmm. I don't pretend.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is what I do. I want to help you. Do you want my help or not? If you don't, fine.
The reason for calling is in your greeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's completely transparent and upfront. And guys, that is the third time I've shifted our for sale by owner calls. Like the first time somebody told us, oh, that's not the first time I heard that, and I put the brakes on it and we shifted right away, right?
Yeah.
We're like, not saying that anymore. And right away we came up with, you know, as Purple Elephants together, we came up with a new greeting and we shared that around, and we will continue evolving. right? We're not going to use the same scripts. If we're hearing that it's not working, or if we're getting resistance, we pick different things. Like we found that we were getting resistance in our greeting. Oh, why are you guys calling? So we decided to just change the greeting and be ultra transparent about why that we were calling, and it's just been dynamic results. We were already setting appointments at a really great rate before, but now, like she said, almost every single person, of course, they want a free strategy session. And we do not do a bait and switch. You don't go there and do a listing appointment, right?
No. I'm very straightforward. I do not try and trick them into anything. It's like, do you want this or not? You know?
Yep.
So.
Yep. Let me make sure we got everybody's questions, because I know Nikki has something to get to. Melissa loves how you are getting your kids involved. Ton, you are his hero. Seth, work smarter, not harder. Awesome. Jacob, you are amazing. All right, cool. So guys, before we head out, I do want to ask you, Nikki, so we were in the middle of kind of talking about how Purple Elephant has helped you. What are those like specific things that we do at Purple Elephant that you've actually seen real results?
I just know how to speak to people. I had no clue how to make a phone call before. Literally, like I would call and just pray that they wouldn't answer or just get off the phone immediately. Now I can pretty much talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to call anyone. I enjoy kind of a wrestle. Like it's fun for me. It doesn't scare me. I feel like I can literally talk to anyone. Also, on another angle, my organization, my focus, things like that, I would really have a hard time with. Like, the 4 personalities, right? Power, peace, perfection, and party. I'm very much a power person. Like, here's all the stuff, get it done. I don't care how the sausage is made, just give me the done sausage. Like, I don't deal with any of the crap, and I need to, right? Because I need to get all my stuff organized. Inside my brain is really, really scary because I just try to remember all of it. And I can't work like that. I can't live like that. It stresses me the hell out. And Erica has gotten me to where I'm getting very organized, and because it makes me want to have a nervous breakdown when I just try and remember everything. I can't do that. So we've gotten my CRM going, my calendar going, all of my processes and my systems, which is so important. Like, as real estate professionals, if you don't get all of that stuff organized and going, you'll just feel like you're drowning all of the time. And that's how I was living. So if I can get all this stuff going and just go and do income producing activities, that's what I need to be doing.
Talking to people.
Yeah, I need to be getting business. And if all my stuff is really good and organized, then that's what I can be doing. Which I have learned how to be much better at, through this.
What are some specific, is there so your calendar, right? Your CRM, has there been anything else, like for business strategy? Do you feel like you know how to grow your business?
Yes, definitely. Currently, we're working on, she's helping me to be able to train better my TC and assistant. We're working on a different level than when I started, and she has grown with me from where I started to where I'm at. And that's what's nice, that this program can grow me. Because obviously I would have left if it wasn't growing with me.
Right.
Because then it's not helpful to me.
Yeah. So do you see yourself doing another double and doing another double of production and again in 3 months
as long as
now?
It's comfortable to me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm getting, as long as my systems and processes are in place, then you can just keep growing.
Yeah.
If I ever feel like I'm drowning, then it's not worth my personal peace.
Yes.
But it should be, as long
you
as
just
everything.
tweak the system, right?
Right.
Yeah, I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. And man, I mean, the value here, guys, do not take this free information and let it go in one ear and out the other. This is what caused Nikki to knock down, almost 10 million. You only need 2 more out of the 7 in order to knock down 10 million in 1 week, guys, all right? And just by applying these things. Was there any secret that you left out? Is there any secret information that...
No.
It's just doing it, right? And having that support system is huge. Having somebody hold you accountable is huge. So guys, if you need that, if you want to join our Purple Elephant community, I am providing free demos on what Purple Elephant is all about, all right? So meet Mariana. Drop meet in the comments and we will get your strategy session scheduled. You'll know all about what we do here at Purple Elephant to see if it's the right solution for you. But guys, find a solution. And investing in business strategy does not mean that you're failing. It means that you believe in your goals and you believe in your potential, right? You don't do it because you're struggling. You're doing it because you want to grow. You want to just be better, right?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys, we need to get going. Have an amazing day, and we will see you next week for another episode of GCC TV. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.